We're going to start learning about ways to talk about the future and future time. There are a few ways to talk about the future in English. We're going to start with be going to. So, what are you going to do today? I'm going to work from home today. I'm not going to go to my office. Be going to always is followed by another base form verb. So if you look here, I'm going to, this is a base form verb. There's no S, there's no ing. It's the most basic form of a verb. Same thing here. I'm not going to, plus a base form verb here. So let's practice with the verb leave. We say, I am going to leave at 2. We are going to leave at 2. They are going to leave at 2. He or she is going to leave at 2. Or it, like maybe the bus, right, is going to leave at 2. So notice it's always the same. Going to leave, going to leave, going to leave every time, even with he or she. The only difference is this first be verb. We're going to change to match the subject. I am, we are, they are, he, she, it is. Many times we use contractions when we use be going to. So with the verb call, we would say, I'm going to call later. I'm is the contraction. We are going to call later. They're going to call later. She's going to call later. Or it's going to call later. A robot? I don't know. I don't know what it is going to call. Now, a lot of times students get confused with the verb go because we have go already right here, right? Be going to. But that's not the main verb. This just makes the future. Whatever comes after, that's the main verb, okay? So if you're going to use go in the future, you're going to use go 2 times. I'm going to go to class. We are going to go to class. They are going to go to class. He or she's going to go to class, or it's going to go to class. Again, I guess the robot is going to class. Let's practice a little bit with negatives. Remember, anytime you have a be verb, you use not. So there's no do, don't, didn't, no. Because in this form we always have a be verb, we always use not. It's very easy and clear. We say, I'm not going to call later. We're not going to call later. They're not going to call later. He's not going to call later. It's not going to go later. Well, we have a couple different choices. So this is a different kind of contraction. Remember last time we said I'm, we're, they're, he's, she's, it's. You can also make the contraction with the not, okay? So we can say we aren't going. They aren't going. She isn't going. The only thing is we cannot contract am and not. There's no contraction like I'm-t. Nothing like that. Okay, so I've talked a lot about how to use the future tense with going to. Let's look at some common errors, mistakes that students make. Maybe you can avoid making these mistakes. She's going to the beach. What's wrong? Now, actually, this sentence is totally good. But if I ask you to write with a future tense, is this future? No. This is present progressive. She is going, right? That's not future with be going to go. Remember, go in the future has two parts. She's going to go. Let's look at another problem. I'm no going to get up early. I hear this a lot from Spanish speakers. It's close, it's almost there. But remember, we use not in the negative. I'm not going to get up early. Number 3, what's wrong with this one? They're going to see the doctor. We're missing something, right? We're missing the be verb. Your verb in future with be going to always starts with be. They are going to see the doctor. That's a common mistake. Many people make it. And then finally, because you learn a lot of English from texting and from TV, we see this a lot. We're gonna finish the homework. But this is not correct English. This is slang. You can text to your friends, but don't write for school. You will say, we are going to finish the homework. And I'm glad that you are. All right, so be going to, when do you use it? So you know that it's about the future, but we often use be going to with future plans. Plans you have for something happening later today, tomorrow, or later in the future. So when I ask you about plans, I'm going to say, what are you going to do, right? What are you going to do today? You could say, I'm going to watch TV. Which classes are you going to take? That's your plan for fall, right? What classes are you going to take fall semester? You could say, I'm not going to take classes in the fall, although I hope you are. Where are you going to go after dinner? What are your plans, right? We are going to walk to the post office. All right, that gives you a little introduction to be going to for the future. Now we are going to practice.